What is up, guys? Ryan Rigg, the host of your show, Ryan Vlogs 2, not the number 2, not like I'm going to show you what I think is an epic gaming setup, but TOO in addition, like also, what is up? I'm the host of your show, Ryan Rigg. I decided we would do a My Gaming Setup tonight, November 2014 edition. So what we're looking at right here is the Samsung 60-inch LED 240Hz 3D television. It's wall mounted. You can see I've got all the cables. They're actually hidden behind the television. They go down behind the wall there and then connect to my entertainment center. Everything that you're going to see in today's vlog slash gaming setup will be linked down below. So if you want to get more information, check those links in the description, expand that out, and or you can, shoot me a message on Twitter or Facebook or what have you. So let's get into it here, what we got. These are some of my actual older Xbox 360 games and then some of my Blu-ray titles that I keep in this organizer over here. I've got a Polk audio. These are tower speakers. These are monitor series. They've got, I believe, let me look down there. I don't even remember. I think they've got two or three, I think two 6.5-inch drivers in each one. So those are my towers for my front. And then Polk audio center channel. And these are cherry color. So what I've got up here is I've got the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller. This came with the new Call of Duty Xbox One 1TB bundle. And then some of my Xbox One games. I got Forza 5, Battlefield 4, Need for Speed Rivals, Titanfall, Call of Duty Ghosts, Sunset Overdrive, Destiny, and then the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I've got my Elgato HD60 back here. The reason I have it kind of loose like this, when I'm not actually set up to record any games, this will actually be curled up. I'll coil all the cables up and actually plug that in the drawer. I keep an extra HDMI cable and then a USB cable for charging or updating controllers. And that is that new Xbox One console. I did separate videos there. I've got the Kinect right here. Got 4 pair of 3D glasses because this is a 3D television. I got my Apple Airport Extreme 2013 and it's white in color, which goes really well with the Destiny PS4. That's the new Glacier White Destiny PS4 bundle. We got the one of the PS4 controllers up here, and then some of my PS4 games. I got Watch Dogs, Last of Us Remastered, Infamous Second Son, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I got quite a few digital titles that are already downloaded here. And then this is actually still in the plastic, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Day Zero Edition for PS4. Need to break that out. Moving on here, we've got down here, these are Monster Power HDP 1800s. These provide clean power. I actually have 2 of them. The reason is there's only 8 outlets in each one, and I have a little bit more than 8 devices. So if we actually turn this on, we can dim these lights, but I keep them dim because they're pretty bright. You can see that's the actual voltage right now that's running to my components, 122 volts, and that'll fluctuate, and that is the reason for having these type of power centers, because this will actually provide clean power to your devices. Got an Apple TV down here, nice Sentinel Task Force. That's from the Call of Duty midnight release. Some of my Blu-ray titles like box sets. And then some of my Christmas movies. Just watched that the other night with the family, Home Alone. And then I've got a Samsung BD7500. This is a 3D Blu-ray player. Actually still has the plastic on the front. I'm kind of OCD like that. I got my DirecTV cable box down there, HD DVR. And then I've got a Yamaha HTR 5063. This is a 7.1 4K pass-through receiver. HDMI switching. Like I said, I got my 4 pair of 3D glasses up there. Backing up from the television, you can see I got a nice, really nice clean look to it. This is just kind of my setup. This is a functional living room slash home office slash gaming setup slash I record and make videos here. And this is actually where I make my videos, guys, for YouTube. I'll give you kind of that peek here. Kind of gets a little tricky when I adjust my thermostat, but I'm actually getting ready to relocate that to another wall. I know it's kind of funny. My furnace is right over here, so I'm going to actually mount that thermostat over there and then redo the wires. But you can see just a couple cables come out of the wall behind the television there, and then everything is as best as I can. It might look like a rat's nest, but believe it or not, guys, when you got this many components, it's organized pretty well. The Apple Airport Extreme has got one of the Ethernets that runs over to my desk. I've got the one that comes in from the cable modem. I've got one directly to my Xbox and then one to a switch that's down there, and that switch provides more Ethernet connectivity to other devices that I have. So some other stuff hanging up in my game room area. I got the St. Louis Cardinals here. I'm a diehard Cardinals fan, Fighting Illini because that's where I went to school, University of Illinois. Nice picture of New York. It's actually got the words New York that represent the entire photo there, and then just some famous streets there in New York. Some of my other collectibles that are kind of over here, like my golf clubs, some pictures of my son and I, just some of the other collectibles like my grandfather. That's the reason we started the Gaming for Grandpa channel. Just some pictures of my son, some of my golf trophies, the outside of my case from University of Illinois, my degree, and just some pictures of like family and just some old books from like Cisco and stuff in school. And then I got a Chicago Bears, Let's Go Bears. I'll plug that in on game day. I got a nice comfy chair here. And then back here is actually the Polk rear speakers to my collection. I've got a 7.1 system running, so the other side here, there's the 2 speakers there, and then my powered subwoofer. On top of the powered subwoofer, I recently upgraded to the Beats Studio wireless headphones. Shout out to my friend Jason Ritt. So those are sitting on an Apple time capsule next to a trackpad on top of a Polk audio powered subwoofer. And then this is where I charge my PS4 controllers and charge my Xbox One controllers. And then I've got, this is my remote for my Blu-ray player. I got the Xbox One media remote, the remote for my TV, the remote for Apple TV, and then I've got my remote for my LEDs. So if I'm gaming on the Xbox One, I'll use green LEDs, and if I'm gaming on PS4, I'll use the blue. And then all I've got to do to switch over to that is I can just come over to my receiver and just select a different HDMI source, and then I can pull up then the PlayStation, I can pull up the DirecTV, I can pull up my Blu-ray player. I can pretty much pull up anything that I want. So it looks like here that we've got a new update for the PlayStation that's available. So we'll probably update that here in just a second. But we can switch back over to the Xbox One here. And just makes it real seamless. I'm using the GoPro Hero 4 Black. So this is being shot in 4K. It's nighttime, but I have all my lights on inside. So the quality might be a little low because the low light's not the best with the GoPro. But if you're kind of looking here, there's the television. But if you're looking back, this is kind of my setup, guys. You see the videos on Gaming for Grandpa or live streaming when we live stream game. This is actually how I do this. This black case here actually has some goodies in it, and I'll show you that in a second. It's normally actually sitting right here, and it kind of keeps that area nice and clean there. Oh, I got these extra Gaming for Grandpa wristbands because we've been selling a boatload of them, and the Team Fell and Team Fell Nation, red and black. And then Gaming for Grandpa. But here, I'll show you. Like I said, I got that single USB cable. That comes over here to my Mac. And then I've got my Blue Yeti for commentary. Just got the standard Xbox One controller, standard headset. So usually what I'll do, I'll come sit down. I got my mic set up here. A little tear, I know, my pop filter, but it's one of the cheap ones from Amazon. It just works. And then you can see I've got my Elgato software set up here. This is the HD60, so I just have the game capture software set up. I've got an extra cable for my Mac, and I'll leave that. It just kind of runs beside the couch here, so it's kind of hidden out of the way when I'm not recording. And then I've got the cable, the USB cable for my mic, and then the USB cable for my Elgato, which has been extended. So I'll actually record everything here, capture the gameplays, and then I'll upload them through Google Chrome. I've found has been a little bit quicker for me, and then I edit everything in Final Cut Pro. And then I use compressor then to render out the files. So this Final Cut Pro 10. This is a 2014 MacBook Pro Retina display, 15.4 inch, 512 gig hard drive, 16 gig RAM, and the upgraded video. So you can see I've actually been working on a Call of Duty video right now for Gaming for Grandpa. Just finished that up today. An epic game of team deathmatch there, 15 and 14. Down to the wire. Thought I'd get the double kill and was denied. But that's full 1080p, 60 frames per second, and you can see the playback on there, just beautifully smooth. But yeah, that's kind of when I capture games here and record them and set up. That's kind of what I'm doing. But when I'm not, you know, I can just close this up. I'll unplug everything like so. I can disconnect the Mac right there. Oops, sorry about that. And I'll show you guys what's underneath this little container. This is where I keep my extra controllers that are not used. I've got a Titanfall for the Xbox One. I'm just a fan of controllers, and in my new house one day I'm going to hang all these up on the wall. And I got the Day 1 2013 controller. I got an extra one of these when they came out in October, the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare controller. And then I picked up an extra Glacier White PS4 because I just love it. And then down below, just some other goodies down there. I got the Xbox One stereo headset and an extra chat adapter. But like I said, when I'm not capturing, I'll just move this black case and it will go right over there in front of the powered sub. And then if I want to come over to my desk, I will just bring my Mac. I'll set it down on this little fan stand I got, and then I can plug into power right here, and then plug into Thunderbolt if I desire, because I have the 27-inch Thunderbolt display. I did a video of this on my main channel. It's the JBL Pulse. This is a Bluetooth wireless speaker, and you can control those LED lights with your smartphone. So 3D puzzle that my girlfriend built, this one, and this one. I'm kind of a big fan of these. I'm a huge Chicago Bears fan. She got me these lighters and a little eraser here that looks like a smartphone. Some of my memory cards from my Canon 70D DSLR. These are Extreme Pros. I got a 2 terabyte my Passport Western Digital, and then a Canon 40mm lens for my DSLR. Love this lens. It's a pancake lens. Won't cost you too much. Best part about it's got a 2.8 aperture, so really nice lens there. Gonna have a giveaway that ends on Friday this week, so somebody's gonna be winning Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for Xbox One. Some of my GoPro accessories are right here. I've got my keyboard, wireless keyboard, and Magic Mouse right here, so if I'm editing video or sitting down, I can do that. Some of you guys had asked if I've gone to college. Yes, I got 4 college degrees. You can count them, 1, 2, 3, and 4. My last 2, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, and graduated with honors, and then Master of Science in Computer Science, graduated both with honors from University of Illinois. Same place my grandfather went in 1977. He got his Master's of Business Administration, so he's the reason behind gaming for Grandpa. Put some of my other stuff up here on the wall. Like I said, I'm a big Illini fan and Cardinal fan, and I drive a Dodge Challenger SRT. Before that, I drove a Dodge Charger RT, but I'm a big fan of Mopar, so that's why I have that up there. A big plant here on my table. Another little picture that I bought recently on the wall above the kitchen table. Down here I got a little paper shredder, and that's the mic stand there for my Blue Yeti. And this little Vornado I did a video on my main channel of. It's actually a fan and a space heater with a remote. I live in the Midwest, so I can just turn that on. I can adjust the temperature. So when I'm gaming, it's a good way for me to keep my costs down, because I won't have to worry about, you know, running a bunch of money with running the furnace or anything like that. So when we pulled up that PS4, we noticed that it needed an update. We can come over here to that controller real quick. Fire that on here real quick. We'll go ahead and begin the update now, because I'm actually going to be beginning to capture some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PS4. So I know you guys are probably excited about seeing that. But that's my gaming setup, guys. I know it's kind of a long-winded vlog, but that is a lot of gear to go over. I don't think we missed anything, and if you guys got any questions, let me know. Oh, one other thing I got. I use the Jackery Giant Plus. I'm a big fan of this. I'll link it down below. Did a video on my channel. The reason is this is a 12,000 milliamp battery. You charge it with just a USB into your wall, you know, using a USB cable or a power cord, whichever you got. It's got 2 ports for USB. Handy dandy flashlight on the front, lets you know how much power is in there. I'll use this thing for everything. Charge my iPhone 6, I can plug in to Xbox One controllers, charge my Beats, charge the JBL Pulse, charge the GoPro. I leave it right there. And this case is actually, believe it or not, for the Western Digital My Passport, but it fits so perfectly for the Jackery. And if you guys know me by now, I'm like OCD about my stuff, and I don't like anything scratched up or banged up, so it just kind of works out really nice in that case. So, thought I'd give you guys that setup here. It looks like the PS4 is doing its update, doing its thing. That's getting ready there. I can tell it's rebooting because it's the blue lights on. But yeah, guys, I'm Ryan Rigg, the host of your show, Ryan Vlogs 2, not the number 2. Not like you're going to watch this gaming setup and give me a super thumbs up, but TO, like in addition, like also. If you enjoyed today's vlog, if you enjoyed my gaming setup, check out the links below. You can see everything that I got, everything that I'm rocking. But like I said, guys, I'm Ryan Rigg. Big thumbs up for today. I'm going to get on the PS4, capture some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and then jump back over and play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the Xbox One with some friends. Capture that and begin my beautiful work day tomorrow, Monday. But hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed this gaming setup / editing setup / how I make YouTube videos. Yeah, just kind of my desk kind of looks disarray because I've just had a lot going on. But I wanted to kind of show it to you in the fashion that I use. You know, it's functional how I use it. So, but I'm Ryan Rigg, guys. Super thumbs up for today's vlog and this epic gaming setup. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. And then I'll be good to go. I'll get a nice couple of coats of wax on it. But yeah, it's funny because the Sirius satellite got the GoPro today. It's Veterans Day. I'm gonna probably upload a separate 4K